left overnight. It's a cold one here. Woo! We all have pictures of the one that haunts our dreams. Paint our painting colors bright. Solitude lies down below the lovers in between. Yeah. Let me find this space tonight. Find me walking on this dusty road, this dusty road, this dusty road. Till the dust is just about all I see. Caught in this cloud. At this point, there's nothing much for us to do. Paint me and I'll paint you. We all have visions now of who we're supposed to be. Paint our painting colors bright. Reality is a mess and love lies somewhere in between. Let me find this space tonight. Find me walking on this dusty road, this dusty road, this dusty road. Till the dust is just about all I see. Caught in this cloud tonight. Dance around a fire of my changing point of view. You paint me and I paint you. Oh. We all have fantasies of living life in peace. Well, I paint, yeah, we paint in colors bright. Now war will set the times until love so loud it screams. Let us find this space tonight. As you can find us walking on this dusty road, this dusty road, this dusty road. Till the dust is just about all we see. Caught in this cloud tonight. And shades so bright, our leaders need to change their attitudes. Hi. Happy Monday. Oh, it is cold. We're going to see how my little fingers do over the course of this hour. I do have my neighbor Tom's butt warmer on right now underneath me, which is helping me. It is a special day here in the Gulch. We have some friends visiting us from out of town. We just went on a hike with our friends Liza and Danny, and it's pretty. I say it a lot, but I can't say it enough. In 2020, it is really good to have friends, and it's nice when we get to see each other and be with each other, even socially distanced, and even wearing masks anyway, even on screens. Speaking of which, I have another friend, a very important announcement, gatherers. My friend Liam turned 11 years old today and is watching us. Happy birthday, Liam. I look forward to getting to see you in person one of these days. I decided, gatherers, that I want to celebrate my birthday at Liam's house from now on because apparently on their birthdays they can do whatever they want and eat whatever they want. Liam was telling me about the meals that he had served to him today. They were insanely good sounding. So for the first time in my life, I'm drinking whiskey and regretful that I'm not eating Liam's birthday meals instead. Thank you, gatherers, for chiming in on the birthday wishes. That's pretty cool. Whew. Okay. I don't know. There were so many requests, and it seems like with each passing request night, we are getting more comments and more requests and more kind of wide-ranging song requests, which I love. Good challenges, and actually, it's very funny. This is a song that, I mean, the band has probably only played a handful of times out on the road over the years, but it's become a big requested song as well in the Gathering series. This one's called Shine. She said, "Settle back, darling. You look all hung down and ragged. Could tell you been wandering at across some road that runs like wine. And I remember her name. It trails out like the restless winter." She said, "Relax, breathe slow again. In the wind it blows. A little colder, a little older, and it's whispering, sleep now, soldier. You had a long day, and it looks like you need a little time. Rest your head now, close your eyes. In the morning the sun will rise, and you will remember that nothing is shining like the dawn. It's shining like the dawn. When I was a younger man, before the wind cut down my body, I would search for the answers as if they were written in the sky. And I remember those days before the sound of the endless river made me breathe slow again. In the wind it blows. Little older, and it's a smiling sleep, my soldier. Had a long day, and it looks like you need a little time. Rest your head now, close your eyes. In the morning the sun will rise. You will remember that nothing is shining like the dawn. It's shining like the dawn. The wind will overtake us all now. It ain't about wrong and right. But it can heal before it breaks us. In the wind it blows. In the wind it blows. In the wind it blows. like the dawn, shining like the dawn. Nice request. I like playing that song. I like playing that song with my band. It's funny, as many shows as I play, I feel like I still have, and I'm sure this is the case to some degree with everybody, but I have insecurities when we go up onto the stage and we're playing a show. I tend to like, there's a little voice in my head that keeps saying, and we never have a plan when we get up on stage. For you first-time gatherers or gatherers who have never seen us play live, when we play live and we go on tour, we walk up on a stage and we don't know what we're going to play that night. And that is to me the joy of performance, that it actually becomes a give and take, a conversation with the audience, and that every night can be different and inspired by what's happening in the room or in the field or wherever you happen to be. But as I'm in the thick of the set and interaction with the crowd and then on stage with the bandies, Shine is the kind of song that I often am hesitant to call. It's really pretty, but it is like a slow song. I get nervous that it's not exciting enough for our concert. And we play ballads over the course of this night, but I try to be sparing with those oftentimes. And one of the things that I think has come out of this year and hanging with you all every night is that you've helped me feel a little bit more confident in so many songs that I considered maybe B-side songs that I wouldn't call very often, and it's been a joy for me to see you all liking some of these songs that I never knew were as connective as I think they actually are. So thank you for that. All right. Well, right before we started, Danny said he wanted to hear the COVID song, which is actually on my list of leftovers for today. Anyway, so I'm gonna move over. You can see I just changed to the piano cam, aka the sunset cam. Now, we had some rain last night, and when I turned this speaker on, I don't know if it got a little bit wet. I put a tarp over everything. I don't know if it got wet, but it was really buzzing really loudly. It doesn't seem to be buzzing right now. Knock on. Oh, there it comes. I jinxed it. You hear that? We're just going to ignore that buzz and hope that as everything dries out, that buzz will eventually go away, or I'll have to change the ground or replug it in somewhere else. So, but if it doesn't bother you too much, it doesn't bother me too much. This was a song inspired by this chapter we've all been living through, inspired by my bout with my own personal bout, getting sick with COVID, and a lot of the anger that I still have, wishing that there was some stronger leadership, working a little bit harder to save lives. So I ain't gonna pull down my mask to take a shot from a stranger's flask. You can lace it till the pleasure lasts. Might as well chase it with a shotgun blast. They die quick in the city I abandoned. Heal up, hide out in the canyon. Ain't gonna put trust in the man spending my dollar on another fake tan. It's your love I'm breathing. Wish I was up and leaving. Yeah, I was damned when I made your list. Cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling. Like the mist I'm falling. You can't run, I cannot resist. Cut down by the devil's kiss. Don't forget, I'm not a forgiver. Where was the plan while you were watching us shiver? It's a bad hand and it won't be delivered by the man who says, son, double down on the river. You know it's bad when the lungs get thick. Tears down the tenements brick by brick. I'd rather drive with the drunk ditch digger with his foot on the gas and his hand on the trigger. It's your love I'm breathing. Wish I was up and leaving. I was dead when I made your list. Cut down by the devil's kiss. But your dove keeps calling. And like the mist I'm falling. I can't run, I cannot resist. Cut down by the devil's kiss. And the candle burns low like a dancer. And the prophecy vandals lurk like a cancer. It's a scandal beyond belief. Man, to see what the devil sees. People either preach loud like a scholar or hold signs fists up like a brawler. I know better than to listen to the caller standing on a box just to call himself taller. The party's over when you get the bill. Look down on the floor at the blood you spilled. Bending the truth in a real-time thriller. Watching the news just to face my killer. It's your love I'm breathing. Wish I was up and leaving. I can't run, I cannot resist. I cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling. I love the wrist I'm falling. I can't run, I cannot resist. I cut down by the devil's kiss. I ain't gonna pull down my mask to take a shot from a stranger's flask. You can lace it so the pleasure lasts. Might as well chase it with the shotgun blast. Cheers. Nice request, guys. We had a lot of requests for this song on Saturday. Which makes me happy because I love the excuse to play a song on the piano. And oh man, I don't know if I want to talk about it before I'm ready to unveil it, but there's a new piano song that I'm working on, and it's I guess I mentioned it the other day, but I'm really excited about it. It is a story song. I get really excited about story songs, and this is probably one of my favorite story songs that I've written. I had the heart of it written about 3 or 4 years ago, and I have been trying to figure out the musicality of it for a while now. And I just discovered kind of during this year that I think I want it to be on a piano, but it's such a long story, or an involved story, and I'm not strong enough at this instrument yet, I don't think, to evolve the story through my fingers. And I may be close to a point where I just say, you know what, screw it, I just want to share it, and I'm going to just share it, even though it's maybe not finished. It wouldn't be the first time that happened, right? Anyways, this is one called Tightrope Walker, and I like this one too. Closing my eyes, I'm dreaming of someplace instead of torn up and lost in the sky. Everyone loves a good make or break story. Here I am, no place to hide, and I don't look down. If you think about falling, the ground will start calling. I don't look down. In the world, the big talkers make way for the tightrope walker. Hey, hey, hey. My maiden. That's the note I wanted. My neighbor's out smoking a Joe on a curb, talking about Fenway last night. Reminds me of all of my friends and our stories, the best ones packed full of lies. And I don't look down. If you think about falling, the ground will start calling. I don't look down. In the world, the big talkers make way. I lie to myself, I lie to myself. I know what this looks like, this tumbling, lie to myself. I need to believe just a little bit longer. Someday I'll look back on all of my failures, the lessons that I should have learned, and I hope that the mirror says the scars on my face are signs of things I have earned. And I don't look down. If you think about falling, the ground will start calling. Don't look down. In a world the big talkers make way. Don't look down. If you think about falling, the ground will start calling. Don't look down. In a world of big talkers make way for the tightrope walker. Doom-ba-dum, doom-ba-dum, eh, eh, eh. Nice request, y'all. That was like 5 or 6 of you that requested that song. It makes me super happy to play it for you. All right, I'm gonna run back over. Don't go nowhere. Okay, we're gonna see. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for all the claps. Whew. Okay, bringing this camera around. There we go. And we're gonna, oh, that sky's starting to get nice, right? Yeah. I know, for those of you that are not regular gatherers with us, I do apologize in advance. When we switch to the sunset cam, it is a little harder to see my face, but you know what? To me, it's a little bit worth it. That is a pretty beautiful sky. Oh, I have to turn on the light. Okay. Whoa. It's nice, right? This one is, even when it's not like these incredible Technicolor sunsets, it's still a pretty beautiful sky back there. So I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna say it again. When I started playing music, I was living in Chicago, Illinois, and I was listening to a lot of blues through my friend Rob Stone, who lives in Los Angeles and is planning to come out here and have a visit with us at the gathering one of these days. But really, there's a lot of great blues artists that still play in the Chicago area. I was really intrigued and inspired by some of those old Delta blues players, and they would do this thing with their thumb. I don't know if you can see it. I'm a little bit low, but I'm only using my thumb right now. You notice on this hand, I have a little pick on my thumb. And so what these players would do is they would create a bass pattern. They would make two instruments out of this one hand. The thumb would be one instrument and would be playing the bass notes, and the fingers would play the melody. And man, oh, you know what? Thank you for the heads up. That is, let me see if I can fix this. Hopefully that microphone will be a little bit better. Thanks for the heads up, Lee. And Gene and Robin, thank you guys for looking out. Sometimes when I move, so in order to just make sure that I haven't lost connection when I'm playing the piano, I'll have to shift the computer, and sometimes one of the plugs will come undone. Sometimes I lose connection with you gatherers. Tonight, I lost my microphone. State-of-the-art operation we're running here. Anyways, this one's called the Flood. Frozen fingers. The rain came down all in my bed. The rain came down all in my bed. The rain came back and then went ahead. Rivers too wide to cross in time. Rivers too wide to cross in time. But you know the river crossed my mind. Rising tide washed away my tide washed away my town, yeah. You know the rising tide, she'll bring me down. Rain came down, all in my eyes. The rain came down all in my eyes. Compared to my tears, the rain fell dry. I said compared to my tears, compared to my tears, compared to my tears, the rain fell dry. I figured since I had my my butt warmer, I did not need the space heater, but I do need something to like warm up my fingers in between songs. We had a bunch. Oh, thank you for all the claps. I appreciate it. We had a bunch of requests for this song. This song is called Letter. It's the latest song that I finished writing. Partially, it's a song that I've been writing for a little while. Also, partially inspired by Allie and just being here, living with her, and because it's brand new, I'm still in like a bit of a honeymoon phase with it, and so I get excited when it's the kind of thing, right? Because I'm reading 1,500 comments and I'm writing down all the requests that and so, you know, and when I see it requested once or twice, I say to myself, oh man, I'm excited to play that because it's new and I really want to do that, but I've been playing a lot and maybe the gatherers are kind of getting sick of it. And then when I see it requested, by 4 or 5 different people, and that's also something I try to be cognizant of. Sometimes 4 or 5 different people will request one song specifically, and I try to look out for that. And then sometimes one person will request one song like 20 times. And I try to be aware of that too when I think about the leftovers. And then sometimes I just like to play songs that I haven't played in a while, and I love when they come up on the leftovers. So there is no rhyme or reason to how I pick this stuff, except it is a joy. It is a joy because I don't get to see all your comments in real time. It's a joy to get to just kind of be present with them every once in a while. So here we go. This is called Letter. Can I get an amen for the sunrise? A cold beer at the end of the day. Late night hang with a friend of mine and all the things that don't need saying. A simple song to sing along, my belongings on my back. To feeling alright when I turn out the light. Can I get an amen to that? You're the sweetest thing that I ever did see, like the prettiest star on the movie screen, like brand new chrome in the sunshine gleaming. And you are perfect like bacon frying, with the sun coming up over my campfire. If you'd have told me so, I'd call you a liar. guess I should have known better. I need another amen to finish this letter. Can I get an amen from my family? For the moon and the stars above. For the rock and roll station on the radio, playing all the old songs I love. The good advice my grandma gave, still keeping me on my path to the Sunday drive, to being alive. Can I get an amen to that? You're the sweetest thing that I ever did see, like the prettiest star on the movie screen, like a brand new chrome in the sunshine gleaming. And you are perfect like baking frying, with the sun coming up over my campfire. If you'd have told me so, I'd call you a liar. And I love you like syrup running off my cake's gonna hold you close through the burns and breaks, gonna build our dreams from the love we made. You have my heart forever. I need another amen to finish this letter. So thanks to all of you for requesting that tune. I get the feeling at some point, and maybe it'll be at some point after I am dead and gone and buried. But I picture somebody with a pretty awesome Southern twang singing that song and really doing it justice someday. By the way, so I told you this earlier, that our friends Liza and Danny are here visiting with us today, which is really cool. And one of the really, I have a lot of friends and that I feel grateful for, right? And it's also really nice. How do I say this? When friends that know me from different parts of my life connect with this music and this community, and it's been cool hanging out with them today, because they've been telling me that they have been gathering with you all pretty regularly over the course of this time. Now, there are, and for those of you lighting up this chat board, you actually, believe it or not, and I love the activity on the chat board, and I love how much you all have grown to know each other and look out for one another and interact with one another. But you are actually the minority of those that are gathering with us each night. The majority of gatherers actually are not active on the chat board. The majority of you all that are watching this right now, either live or after the fact, you're just watching it like you watch TV, and that's cool too. And even though I don't see your comments flash across the board, I know and appreciate that you're there. I think it's pretty cool. So Liz and Danny are regular, more silent gatherers, I would guess. Is that right? Or are you guys very active on the chat board and I just miss you? No, not so much. You tried once?
We're mostly silent. I like watching the chat.
That's cool. Did you hear that? They like watching the chat. See, you people are entertaining. But it was really sweet because they one of the episodes that they had watched, and some of you will know this because you were there that night, I'm sure, was I was singing "You Speak Girl," and I was talking about I was talking about getting the wrong kind of ice cream at the grocery store, and so they brought today two different his and hers flavored ice cream pint for Allie and I, and his and hers ice cream spoons as well. And I thought that was really funny and awesome, and that you all would appreciate that. So pretty cool. So I know. So Liza and Allie have been friends for a long stretch of time, and you know, Liza's one of those friends that I know. You know, when Allie and I snuck off to get married, you know, one of those friends that, you know, it's like, oh, God, it's great to be married, but there's a little bit of a hole for those people that should be there on that day with us. And so, anyways, this was on my list of leftovers today, and it was it was one of the first songs inspired by my falling in love with Allie, and certainly the only song that her name winds up in the title. It's a song called "Letter to Allison," and you know what? Allie hates being called Allison, so if you meet her, stick to Allie. But as the title of a song, "Letter to Allison's" a lot cooler than "Letter to Allie," so she gave me permission to use it. You did. She also has a shitty memory too, so can work in my favor sometimes. Actually, I wrote this song when I was in the Midwest, and Allie was out here in the desert for the first time. We were lying in bed last night in the middle of the night. We started to hear the strangest sound out here, the sound of rain falling down on the roof. We got rain here in the desert. It does happen every once in a while, and man, I must have written this song after connecting with Allie. It was such an inspiring visit that she had here. It sparked eventually all of it sparked us being here now, right? But she must have kind of lived through a rainstorm here at the time, because that made its way into this song as well. I'm writing you from out on the road, Great Fall Plains to south of Kankakee. Suddenly I'm hit with the thought that it's all meant to be. Like maybe our lives are a poem. The lines get wiser and simpler with age, and all we can do is guide the words as they fall to the and the car's doing 80 down 5. We all are courageous alive, and this road, it connects every heart that is beating tonight. Wanna live so hard I forget my name, forget as I drive. We all are courageous alive. And this road, it connects both our hearts as they beat tonight. Wanna live so hard, I forget my name. Forget my name. Forget my name. Wanna live so hard, break like the raindrops that fall on the ground. Hit your feet far away from me. And I hope that you feel this connection. I hope you are sleeping at peace, knowing there's no such thing as direction, just what we choose to see. Wanna live so hard, forget my name. Forget my name. Forget my name. We can live so hard, forget our names. Forget our names. Forget our names. We can live so hard, break like the raindrops that fall on the ground. Hit your feet far away from me. From Cheers. You know what's crazy? I have never been so connected to the days changing, the skies changing, the seasons changing. Even out here in the desert where we don't have crazy season changes like we do back east. For those of you who've been gathering, right, we are now, what are we? We're now a week after the shortest day of the year. And at this point, even just a week ago, it was really, really dark. Right now, there's still a lot of light out. It is funny, right? Before 2020, if you had told me that every single day I would just sit in the same place for an hour outside, right, and really be able to experience everything that's going on during that hour, and that somehow that wouldn't be boring to me, I would have thought you were a little bit crazy. But after this year, it's a different story, isn't it? But yeah, as we continue to gatherers, we will together see our days brightening longer and longer, and hopefully, as that is combined with vaccinations happening around the country and around the world, as our days are getting longer, hopefully we are going to be filled with a little more hope and a little bit more normalcy. It's going to happen really gradually, I think, just like the way the light is changing night to night. It's just going to happen really gradually. But I feel like maybe this year has taught us all a lesson in patience and hope. Both of those things. The importance of both of those. To have both of those things all the time, right? Patience and hope. Patience and hope. And I hope, maybe a lesson that I can take from this year, right, is, I don't think this year, 2 years, however long it really takes us to get back to normal, whatever normal is going to end up being. I hope that these lessons that we are all learning, that I am learning in the hardest possible way, right? I hope these lessons, these things that I appreciate after this year are staying with me. And I hope that I am forever changed in a positive way. I hope that the perspective, I hope I will appreciate a new life that feels a little more normal than this, right? When this is over. I wonder if our generation will be like that generation that lived through the Great Depression, right? That really saw the worst of this country's suffering, right? And before that generation that lived through the Civil War, right? It is going to be an interesting thing. But one thing is for sure, we are living through the thick of it right now. Whether it continues to get better or it does this, as we claw and fight our way through this war, we're living through it. We're living through some history. Leaning in on each other. Staying alive. One day at a time. Patience and hope, right? Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind at our back. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready, carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the man. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time and the air. For these moments pass lightly, won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Up your glasses. us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us, and all that we see is to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to a round in good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't get to most of the leftovers I wanted to get to tonight. So I think we're going to have 3-day-old leftovers tomorrow. And I'm pretty excited about that. Thank you for being here with me. It's been it has been a joy hanging out with you this Monday evening. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I will see you